literally in 1 minute. 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. So get invite. Tonight we're not going to be doing roll call because we cherish your time. And I know only 18 people are on the line as already, but you know how we go here. As long as we can get started, it will build as we go. Build as we go. King Clive, are you out there?
Yes, I am live and direct.
Yes, and I'm so sorry, my camera, I need to just get myself a new webcam because my camera is still not working. As you can see, if I put on my camera, this is what I get. That. I don't look like that. So I want to let's start with prayer. And of course, Mr. Townsend, thank you so much. We dropped the link in the chat for our YouTube channel. So if you have persons that feel that they don't want to be on Zoom, but they prefer to watch us live on YouTube, please pass that link on to them and they will be able to do so. But I just want everybody to know that here at the Microbiome Project, we start in decency and order. We put God first in all that we do. So before we start, I don't see anybody particular that I can call upon this evening. So it will have to be that I call upon you, Clive, to open us up in prayer. So if you can open us up in prayer this evening, or unless you see somebody on the line that you could call out to say some prayers, I don't know anybody in particular, so let me know, and then we can open in prayer.
Okay. Just glancing through it, but we can always get started.
Okay, let's make it happen.
Yeah, man. So let's pray. So kind and righteous Father, wow, we thank you for another day. Thank you that you allowed our names to make the wake-up list. Thank you, Lord, that you have taken us through most of the day. What a day it has been. A day that you made, a day of possibilities, the day that you gave us victory, a day that we learned, a day that became wiser, smarter, more knowledgeable. Understand you to appreciate your people. We thank you, Lord. And we refuse to take you and your people for granted. Bless, Lord, tonight's call. Bless those who will come on the call tonight looking for hope, looking for peace of mind, looking for some remedy for themselves or for some loved one, someone that they care for. Lord, you have always blessed your people. Open your hand, Lord, that we may be fed. Heal us, Lord, with your balm. Cause healing to come from your wings. For persons who are hurting, persons who are in pain, may you bless, Lord. Take charge of what is to happen tonight. And God, for those as they come on, we pray that we shall have a wonderful time in you together. Bless, Lord, we pray. We ask all these mercies in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you so much. Wow. Amazing. 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 So guys, tonight, welcome as always to the Microbiome Movement and Project. Yes, this is the brainchild of the dynamic voice that you just heard so illustriously being said. Hold on, let me press and let me start again. Thank you so much, Mava. You're the best. Of course, when you forget to record, you're like, oh my God, no. So guys, welcome to the Microbiome Project and Movement. And like I said, this is the brainchild of the voice that you heard a few minutes ago, which is the King Clive Campbell himself, the guru of the microbiome. And so literally he is the person that, you know, back in November, we were all in this. Let me start from the beginning. We were all in this from November 2019. I have to be honest, I don't think we really knew what it really was that we had at our fingertips. You know, we kind of heard what we thought we heard. We also realized that, you know, the products worked and all this good stuff. And I remember back in February of 2020, we heard from Mr. Dr. Behia Diaz himself and all that good stuff. And, you know, when we heard that, we were all like fired up, jacked up sideways, as Queen Dr. Helen would say. We were absolutely blown away. Okay. But still, honestly, and King Clive can correct me if I'm wrong, honestly, we still didn't know really what we had in our hand. And, you know, as the time went on, and as, of course, COVID hit and hit families, and we watched as our products had an efficacy of 85%. Y'all ain't hearing me. 85%, sometimes better than the vaccines. I ain't quoting y'all, but y'all hear what I said, right? On combating influenza A, influenza B, gastroenteritis, and SARS. Okay, I'm going to drop that right there. But even though we had heard that, because I was at the doctor today because I felt a little pain, and I was drinking my Belage, drinking my Inner 7, but it just didn't feel like it was happening for me. And so I went there. You know what he said? You're having a retracement. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, your retracement. You're having a retracement in your autoimmune. Guys, let me tell you something. Retracement means you're getting better, but the pain you got to go through to get better. So anyway, that's a side story. But I'm just saying all this to tell you that during last year, we found that when you drank the Belage, Canoe, and Inner 7 together, hot, up to 3 to 4 times a day, guess what it did? It combated the virus. Yes. We had persons that literally had lost taste in their mouth, urine in their stool. Yes, I'm being graphic, but I need you to understand where people were. You know, they were told in New York to stay home, do not come in unless you stop, your breathing becomes congested. But everything else they had. They could hardly move out their bed. And literally within 3 to 4 days of drinking that Belage, Canoe, and Inner 7 hot, it changed what was going on in their body. I don't know if that over the year inspired King Clive, but I'll never forget when he called me in November and he said, Dr. Ruthann, I have an idea. I've been doing some research on this microbiome, and I want all of us to come together and circle around it and make it happen. And guys, honestly, that's what we did. We didn't, I mean, I didn't ask no questions. I know Beverly Holness didn't ask any questions. I know Mr. Townsend didn't ask any question. Joy Pierre, Dr. Denise out of Trinidad and Tobago didn't ask any questions. Neither did Rhonda Isaacs ask any. None of us asked questions. We just said, okay, you want us to do that? Okay. Did we know what it really was all about? Not really. But when you sit and you hear what King Clive, microbiome guru Microbiome Campbell, has to say about this microbiome, this invisible force that runs through our body, you're going to be blown away. And I know sometimes we say things on these on our seminars, our webinars, and y'all take it lightly and y'all don't get moved by it. But as I sat in front of that doctor today, and would you believe I had given him a 10D last year? But you know, he's a natural medical doctor. He does medicine as well as practices alternative medicine. And he's like, So I went and I said, man, you know, he started telling me about all these things. And I said, but man, doc, remember the thing I sent you with the 10D? He said, would you believe I have it right here? I never touched it. I've been so busy. So then he started telling me about something in India and all this. I said, well, did you know that the person that invented our products, it's been 50 years in formulation? 50 years. Dr. Behe Diaz, who is a world-renowned scientist doctor, who has won multiple awards. He's a part of the Louis Pasteur Institute. If you don't know what that is, look it up, okay? Our products are a part of all of that. And when I told him that, did you know that we did an efficacy of the Belage and we were able to combat by 85%? Literally, guys, his eyebrows went up, his ears were perked, and then he started listening. I then told him about this microscanner, man, Clyde. And you know what he told me? I need one. And I need one now. He says, you know what? I think I can start taking these products too. Guys. Anyway, that probably was just a little run on, but I just had to share. I don't know. That I was moved to share. So without further ado, I'm going to bring to the stage, guys, the brainchild of this movement, of what we have here at Sankey Global, that is literally catapulting the Caribbean and extension the world. You hear me? From the Caribbean to the world, not from the world to the Caribbean now, because you know normally we the last. No, 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 no. We going the opposite way around. Hey, Kai, that we going backwards this time. We doing Caribbean, and then we stretching our arms round the world because we reverse, recover, and restore around here. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to roll out of the way of greatness, and I'm going to bring to the mic King Clive, microbiome guru Campbell. Are you out there?
I am here live and direct. Queen Dr. Ruth Ann Lightbourne. I am so happy all the time just to hear you speak. Your wisdom, your knowledge, your wit is unmatched. And I'm always happy to work along with you. I also recognize the presence of Queen Dr. Joy Pereira. I saw her on the line earlier. I think she's still here. I don't know if Nurse Donnelly Adelaide is here as yet. You can tell me, Queen Doctor.
She'll be here shortly.
She'll be here shortly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a microbiome posse. If you think me one, make another guess. We have several persons on this call who are even more qualified than I am to speak with authority on the body and also on the body's gut microbiome. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this call tonight. If you are coming on for the first time, I appreciate you and I applaud you. You may be hearing information that may run contrary to what you have always heard and said, but we know that the latest cutting edge information is now coming out of the medical scientific circle, and many persons are too busy to hear and to understand this. You know, I had occasion today to see my doctor, and my doctor is happily reporting to me that my blood sugar is in the normal range, very normal. My blood pressure, my blood sugar is in the normal range. She compared it to what it was before and said, whatsoever you are doing, keep on doing it. And so that gave me occasion to tell her what difference I have been doing in the last couple of months. And I told her about Sankey Global, and she didn't hear about it before. But something else she didn't hear about. She didn't hear about the microbiome. When I mentioned the word microbiome to her, she was saying, yes, the bacteria in the body and the bacteria in the skin and the bacteria. And I said, the microbiome in the gut represents 39 trillion live microbes living inside of the gut of every human being. And that they perform certain functions in the body that as humans we can't perform for ourselves. And she asked me to spell the word, and she was writing it down. And I started to give her because she was busy, I gave her just a little chit chat. And she wanted my name, she wanted my telephone number. When she heard that my name is Clive, she said, my father's Clive too, so I remember you. And she said, yeah, I want to do my research, and if anything, I'm going to call you and link up with you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the nature of the information we have. But there are times when doctors will side message us and say, hey, guys, when we went to medical school, they did not tell us anything about the microbiome. So don't be shy and feel any way tonight if you have never heard about the microbiome, because after all, this is the microbiome call. So here we try to empower, enlighten, elevate persons in terms of what the microbiome is. We believe that it is so important. Do not live another day without understanding what the microbiome is, how it relates to your health. And guess what? Also, how to care for it, how to nurture it, how to make sure it is healthy. Can you imagine how the narrative has changed from trying to get rid of microbes, bacteria, etc., to a narrative wherein how to learn to take care of your microbes so that your microbes may do what? Take care of you. So that is what we do tonight, because I like to begin by saying, the day that you were born, you were 99% human cells, 1% microbial cells. That's on the first day after you say, wah, you cried. And your immune system and your microbial system begin to go inside of your body, in and on your body. So here it is that we take some time, but 36 months later, a great transformation took place that it happened under your nose and you did not even notice it. Just like when the sun rises in the morning, it doesn't make any loud noise, but then it lights the entire world, where the side of the world that we are, and it just adds value and glory and wonder and light to people's lives. Your microbiome began to grow until 36 months later, 3 months later, 3 years later. Here's what happens. You now represent 10% human cells and 90% microbial cells. And that will happen until they die. In the human body, we have 10 trillion human cells, 100 trillion rather, microbial cells. So yes, you're right. We have more microbes living in and on our body than they are human cells in the body. That's basically what modern science is saying. But you don't only have to take my word for it. I know you know how to check out stuff. Some of you already begin to check out stuff. Whereas when I just said to you, you have more microbial cells in the body than you have human cells. And it is God that designed it this way. It is not man a couple of years ago or some time ago did an experiment and something went awry. No. God designed your body to outsource many of the functions of your body. The microbes are responsible. That is their department. That is their prerogative. And we did not know. Many of the functions we thought we elevated, enlightened, top of the totem pole human beings were doing for ourselves. No, thank you, no think so. The microbes, bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, archaea, even parasites, they are the ones performing a lot of the functions in the body. Now look at it. Of the 100 trillion microbes that lives in our body, here is a phenomenon that medical science is calling the second brain. Did you hear that again? Now, tonight is a treat for you for new terms and new words. Now, you're hearing about the microbiome. You're hearing about that you have more microbial cells in the body than human cells. No, this guy is saying you have a second brain, friends. I'm not the one saying it because I'm reading the same narrative that you can read for yourself. And here it is, we are learning that what they are calling the second brain is a composition of 39 trillion live microorganisms living inside of your colon. Now, in terms of understanding the digestive system, you have the mouth, you have 14 inches of esophagus, you have the stomach, then you have the small intestine, you have the duodenum, jejunum, and the ileum. At the end of the ileum, the ileocecal valve, you have the beginning of what they call the colon. 6 feet of colon, the last part of your digestive system, or the large intestine. That's what they call it. Living inside, the large intestine, 39 trillion microorganisms. Now, somebody said if you were to count all the stars in the massive universe, you'd get just about 39 trillion stars. Can you imagine? You have a type of universe, a microbial universe living inside of you. You thought that you were alone. You thought that you had your body to yourself. No, you don't have your body to yourself. You have 39 trillion live microbes living inside of your body. You are not sterile. You're far from being sterile. You were never meant to be sterile. And these microbes are part of your body legitimately, as your spleen, your kidneys, your brain, your liver, etc. It is legit because the boss upstairs gave them permission. He said, what are you doing here? The boss said I could stay here. What do you do? We used to learn about that because without them, oh Lord, we would collapse. We would cease to function as human beings, if the microbes were ever to go, we have a popular TV station in Jamaica, CVM TV. Anytime people want to do demonstration, their placards, they go to CVM TV, or they wait until CVM TV come to their district and have up their placards. We want justice. We want justice, and so on. Can you imagine if microbes ever strike in your body and go up to CVM TV and start to demonstrate and say, we want justice? You would collapse without the aid of the microbes inside of your body, because they make you who you are. Many of the functions you thought you were doing for yourself are outsourced to your microbes inside of your body. It's a very humiliating thing, very humbling. And that is what they discovered in the Human Genome Project and the subsequent Human Microbiome Project. In those two projects started in 1990, the Human Genome, they found out that the human body has 22,500 human genes. And they said, this doesn't explain how the human being is able to function with such levels of sophistication. We should have more than this, because an earthworm has 42,000 genes. How are humans supposed to have less? 22,500, and the earthworm has more? A scientist wrote to the major journal, Science Journal, and said, hey, if you are going to consider human health, you have to include microbes too, bacteria, virus, fungi, and so on. So they started the Human Microbiome Project in 2008, and then for 5 years, 2013, what they found out is that wherein as humans we have 22,500 human genes, we have more than 4 million to somewhat near 20 million microbial genes in the body. That is how we are able to function and do all the things that we're able to do in the body. All the metabolic functions, all the genes, all the enzymes, monitor the digestive system, fix your mood and attitude, your neurotransmitters, including the endocannabinoid system. I know about the endocannabinoid system because I used to study marijuana. And we know that the endocannabinoid system is a series of receptors and neurotransmitters to arachidonoglycerol and anandamide. But so I know about that before. But then to realize that the gut in part is responsible for monitoring the endocannabinoid system, which is to deal with balance in the body. Even that, the microbes are responsible for balancing that which balances us. Oh my God. Do you understand the magnitude of the responsibility that God has entrusted to microbes in relation to the human body? Ladies and gentlemen, this story can't be done in just my talking to you tonight. I would need at least 45 minutes to give you the full juice of it. I'm trying just to whet your appetite for you to understand that we need to understand who we really are. Our textbooks do not tell us who we really are. All those biology that we have studied at school. I believe the time has come that instead of teaching children in basic school, hey, diddle, diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jump over which moon? No, cow don't jump over no moon. Teach them about the microbiome, the real makeup. Where they're singing dopey story and all them things. No, Sankey don't sing so. The Sankey that sings so is that you are comprised mostly of microbes that live inside of your body. If you do not know and harm them, hey, guess what? You cut your nose to spite your face. You ever hear Granny say that yet? You hurt those microbes, guess what? You hurt yourself. If they are damaged, you are damaged. You see, that gut microbiome is also connected to all the other biomes in your body. Your skin as a biome, the lady's vagina as a biome, the man's penis as a biome, the brain has one, the urogenital area has one, the nasal cavity has your mouth, the oral microbiome. One day I'm going to talk about the oral microbiome. And all the openings to our eyes has a similar type of biome. And they're all connected to the central master pentagon microbiome in the gut microbiome. So the gut microbiome has its fingers all over your body, monitoring your body, policing your body, supervising your body, managing your body, maintaining your body on a day-by-day, nanosecond basis to ensure that everything is working well. But if it is damaged, you are damaged. That is why you are sick. That is why you come down with diseases like diabetes. Because if the microbiome is damaged, it is the microbiome that maintains the integrity of your gut. Dr. Pereira, can you say, yes, I'm talking the truth about that? It is your gut microbiome that manages everything that makes your gut healthy. It is a person, Christian, imprinting for us. They have to take care of them home. So anything relating to the gut, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, acid reflux, ulcerative colitis, bloating, gas, gastritis, all kind of different things. 70% of the reasons why we go to the pharmacy or go to the doctor when we are sick is in relation to the gut. That's why Hippocrates says all diseases begins in the gut. If your microbiome is damaged, you are damaged. Your gut will leak. When your gut leak, it causes chronic low-grade inflammation. Inflammation is the disease of the 21st century. We are living with a damaged gut, most of us. And that is why we present with this chronic disease. God never intended for man to live, when I say man or woman, to live with diabetes for how long? And take medication for how long? 20, 30, until they die. High blood pressure until they die. And many more things like pain, opioid, until they... No, God intends for you to heal. What is supposed to heal your body? Your microbiome. But guess what? If it is damaged, now how can it be damaged, Mr. Campbell or Clyde? Well, antibiotics, prescription medication, wow, sugar, stress, alcohol, smoking, electromagnetic frequency, and we could cite many more things, including the toxins in our food, the toxins that we put in our skin, glyphosate, insecticides, fluoride, all those things that we put in our body on a daily basis. You are mostly microbes in construct and function. And guess what? We are now using so many toxic stuff. And we like to walk around with chlorine bleach in our home and sanitize everything. Even the very baby can't even crawl on the floor anymore. You take the baby off the floor. Take the baby off there. You lift up the baby in your hand and everything, and the baby keep on getting sick. A lady went to the hospital here in Jamaica, Children's Hospital, always sick, always having fever and everything and different type of infection. You know, the doctor said to her, "Want to put down the pitney. Put down the pitney, make the pitney play in the dirt. Expose the child to microbes to do what? Build the immune system." Ladies and gentlemen, I told you the narrative has changed. We don't try to get rid of bacteria around here. We say, we roll out the red carpet and give a tuxedo suit and say, "Mr. Bacteria and Company, microbiome, please come." Because we know that the greater the diversity and variety of microbes are, the healthier we will live. My God, the time is going like it is on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just wanted to give you an idea in terms of what has changed. And Professor Tim Spector, King's College, United Kingdom, says the textbooks of this world has to be torn up. It has to be rewritten now that we know who we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have known about the human self. Please now be aware of your microbial self. Learn to take care of your bacteria, your microbiome. Learn to nurture it. So when you're eating, you can't just eat. That's what I said to you, your life is going to be changed. You can't just eat for one side of the body. You can't just eat for the human cells. You have to eat now for the microbial cells. You have to eat now like a pregnant woman. And they always remind you, remember, you're pregnant, you're eating for more than just yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not like a pregnant woman that may only have 1 or 2 babies mostly inside of them. Here's what, we have 39 trillion in the gut alone and 100 trillion in their body. We have to eat for them. If we don't eat for them, they are starved. And guess what happened? In the gut, for example, where you have 39 trillion living, if you don't feed them, they eat away at the mucin layer that protects the gut from the content of the gut from the body. If that is eaten away, it becomes thin. The epithelial layer that protects the content of the gut from going into the body is now exposed and vulnerable. These hungry bacteria begin to eat and begin to destroy the tight junction that only let through what is supposed to go into the body. It's well policed. But when it is damaged because of a dysbiotic gut, it becomes porous. And leaky gut syndrome, increased intestinal permeability, or endotoxemia. Any one of those three words mean the same. It means the gut is leaky, and the content of the gut, toxins from the gut, waste from the gut, live bacteria, dead bacteria, undigested food particles, large particles are getting into the blood and causes inflammation, which causes all the disease. Call the name of the disease. The autoimmune diseases also. If you want to fix that, guess what? You need to find some products like Sankey Global products, the Hasaki, the Belage, the Conway Fire, the Inner Seven, to help the body to heal itself. Lord, I wish I had time to really tell you how the body heals itself from natural food. Maybe I can take 1.5 minutes, Queen Dr. Ruthan. You see, most of the food you buy at supermarket, not good for the bacteria. Anything you buy in bags, bottles, tins, and boxes are refined and ultra refined. Then they don't feed microbes. You come like you're trying to feed microbes with cheese tricks and bag juice. No bag juice on this base. What they need is not from the supermarket, but from the market where you find grandma with grown provisions and fruits and vegetables, grains, seeds, nuts, lentils. When you consume those, the human body is unable to break them down with our 17 digestive enzymes. When they arrive 22 feet after you put them in your mouth, now into the large intestine, you have 39 trillion hungry, starving microbes that begin to digest it, break it down, and ferment it. Listen that word, ferment. Your bacteria ferment your food, make short-chain fatty acid like butyrate, acetate, and propionate, and butyrate is what God designed to heal the body. If you're not producing butyrate, if you're not feeding the body with those ground provision and fruits and vegetables, etc., your body can't make butyrate. That is why now we have to depend on doctor medication, and doctor medication not working. Because guess what? If you're making medication for mostly human cell, and we're not mostly human, it can't work, like a backfire. That is why medication don't work. That is why food poison us. And that is why many things that we do damage the body, because we are not who we think we are. And if you do not know who you are, guess what? You are going to hurt yourself. You need to get this memo. It is there. 50,000 scientific papers in the last 5 years tell us about the microbiome, but we in the Western world don't have the will and conviction to tell us about it. But if you go on the internet, it is there. But your doctor don't know about it, many of them, and they won't tell you about it. Because guess what? If you fix your gut microbiome, it fixes your leaky gut. If you fix the leaky gut, you get rid of 100 different specialists one time. That is why they are in no hurry to tell us about it. But guess what? Because of the internet, we not done again. The word is out. Words to make loudmouth Clive Campbell, Queen Dr. Ruthan, Dr. Pereira, and Nurse Adderley, and many more of us, Bev Oldness, get wind of this, we are going to bust it out. We are the whistleblowers about the microbiome. Everybody ought to know. And Dr. Edeas of Sankey Mayor, why I love him, he says everybody need to know the truth. We are just representatives echoing what Dr. Edea said and letting people know the truth of who they are. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not full 100 human being. Far from it. You are mostly microbes. And if you do not see yourself as also having these microbes, you are going to continue to live a lie. The picture in a passport does not represent you, not even the passport. The image in your mirror and in the video is not you. The real you can only be seen under a microscope, and we are mostly microbes. Oh, did I do justice to that? Did I explain to you what the microbiome is? what it does. I didn't even tell you that it make your happy hormone serotonin and 30 different neurotransmitters. I didn't even tell you that it is what police your immune system, feed it, nurture it, that your immune system can be strong. If the gut is damaged, your immune system is damaged. If your gut is damaged, your brain is damaged. Anxiety and depression, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, schizophrenia, multiple sclerosis, all happens. Why? Because the gut is damaged. And your doctor up there looking for some screw and some nut to fix up there. That is not where the problem is. Go downstairs to the basement where you find the microbiome and fix it. If you fix the microbiome, you fix every depression, every anxiety, all Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. That is how you fix the brain, by fixing the gut. The second brain and the first brain work together in harmony every single day along with the immune system. The immune brain gut axis to keep your body functioning properly. Oh Lord, Dr. Ruthan, please come in. Please come in and tell me.
Man, listen, I'm just sitting here in awe. You know me, I absolutely love to learn. Every single week there's something new, something new that maybe I've heard this time that I might have not heard last time. But King Clive, you are doing the microbiome justice. I promise you are. And, I've heard Tim Trahan say this the other day, we are a disruptor. We are disrupting the norm when it comes to health and wellness and the understanding of what our bodies are capable of doing, and that is what this microbiome does. It is doing mostly everything for us. And it's so funny because I was looking at some video or something that talked about what's controlling us. And it was everything inside of us. Like it didn't even show us outside, And so it goes back to what we always talk about. That microbiome is inside doing its thing, fighting battles, doing all sorts of things. They be having kung fu fights and all up inside. And I absolutely love how Mr. Avita says, they got the little gangsters, the gangsters they get together and be like, no, man, you ain't belong over there. Come this way, man. Come this way. Come on my side of the fence, and we have all of these hundreds of different bacterias that are literally moving and doing what they're supposed to do. They're, like they're soldiers. Just like how we like to say we're soldiers in the army of the Lord, but they're soldiers in the army of our body. they doing what they got to do. And so, I know we wanted to share some testimonials. We wanted to show persons that, we want you to understand how powerful these products are. And so we go deep, and yes, we're going into something that technically maybe you can't see or touch. It's an intangible thing called the microbiome. It is the invisible force of our body. But we also want to show you from a perspective of, there's many different humans out there, different people that these products are touching their lives, guys. It's touching their lives. It's changing their lives, whether it's longevity or whether it's something else, it's doing something. So sit back, relax, as we just show you a few testimonials of what these products are doing for people.
Hi, I am Dr. Yvonne Monroe from Kingston, Jamaica. There are many testimonials I could give of not only myself, but of family members, friends, and patients. Today I want to share a personal one, of which there are many. Recently, a bearer came to collect some products for a customer of mine. He went to my old workplace and was told that I was no longer there because I retired. He called me and came by my location. And when I came out, he said to me, "You are Dr. Monroe?" And I said, "Yes." "Why?" And he said, "You don't look like someone retired." And yes, this is to say that many persons have told me, persons who have not seen me of recent, when I meet them, they say, "You don't look a day older." And yes, I keep good health. But I also think the sanctified system has added to me not appearing as I should have based on my chronological age. So yes, the scientific system here to stay always. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shirley Spencer, and I would like to give a quick testimony of what Sankey Global has been doing for me, especially the Belage. I was introduced to the Belage by Dr. Monroe when I had a terrible problem with my legs. For years, nothing would get them better. And they were at a stage that I was getting scared. And I heard about it on the radio, memorized the call, memorized the phone number, and made one of the best calls I've ever made. Because now, 6 months later, the swelling that I normally had is down. The wounds, and I had 3, and I've had them for over 20 years, has gone down. One was as big, as deep, and as long as my little finger. They have now come to the surface, and I have to give thanks to this product because nothing else was working. Also, when I mixed the Belage and the Inner 7, after a few days I realized that my memory that I didn't have much of is slowly coming back together. And I'm giving thanks to God and to the person of this creation. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Denzel Finley, one of our Sankey Global Health Advisors. I must admit how pleased I am to be part of this company and being able to help persons get their body in a state to heal itself. Yes? And to listen to their testimonies thereafter. And of course, I'm going to tell you about one of them, which gets me emotional at times when I speak about it. Last year, sometime after a radio broadcast, this lady contacted me to get more information on the supplements. Yes, I gave her, and she was pleased. But she said that she had an eye operation to do, so she's going to get that done first, and then she gets onto the supplements. We kept in touch. So in January, she called. So I said to myself, wow, eye operation done. But she said to me, Mr. Denzel, I got the appointment to do the eye operation. But they said I couldn't do it because my sugar level is too high. I need you now. How quickly can you get here? I said, well, I could get there in about another hour or so. Well, I got there in an hour and 5 minutes. Yes, and she insisted that I mix her first drink of Belage and Inner 7. I did that. She enjoyed it. So I left her to enjoy her drink. When I got there, she had pains all over, swollen ankle, swollen feet, no feeling in the sole of her feet, yes, and other internal conditions which result of the diet choices. So I advised her accordingly and left her to experience the efficacy of the formulas. After 2 weeks, she called and said she had something to tell me. She said, Mr. Denzel, that picture you saw there on the wall in the living room, I'm seeing it clearer now. And when I drink that red one in the night, I sleep, you see, and I dream. And when I wake up, I try to catch back the dream because it was so sweet. And of course, over time, she went back to the doctor and took her supplements. The doctor looked at the Inner 7 and said, don't drink this one, it has salt. She said that she just took it, put it back in her bag, and never said another word because she knew that what I told her and what she's experiences is fine with her. So she has been getting rid of her pains, getting rid of the swelling, getting feeling in the feet, and of course, conditions just improving. The latest thing she's saying to me now is that she doesn't believe that she's going to do that eye operation again. She's going to stick with her Sankey products. Ladies and gentlemen, Isn't that awesome? Or you all need to get on these products and become sanctified. Yes, these are what going to help you with your cellular garbage disposal. Have a good evening.
Hi everyone, I'm Giselle Johnny. I'm based out of Trinidad and Tobago, and I currently reside in the US. 3 years ago, I discovered 4 large tumors in my stomach. One of these tumors was so large, it was the size of a 4-month-old baby. I began hemorrhaging sometimes for 3 months at a time. While doing an imaging process in the hospital, it was discovered that I had a large thyroid goiter with 15 nodules inside of it. The goiter was so large, it was restricting oxygen from going to my trachea, through my trachea, and getting to my brain. As a result of these 2 issues, I began fainting. I was very, very weak and very tired. I later developed celiac disease, which meant I could contain nothing that had gluten. My thyroid would swell and I would be in pain, and I would have to be in bed sometime for 2-3 days. I also had chronic constipation. So sometimes a week and a half, and even in one instance for 2 weeks, I could not go to the bathroom. I had a weakened left ventricle, my heart muscle, and I also developed a blood clot. My entire body was shutting down. I also developed an autoimmune disease. So whenever I had gluten, and it went into my bloodstream, because I had a leaky gut as well, the gluten would enter into my bloodstream. My body would see that as something foreign and toxic and begin to try to get rid of it, which caused this autoimmune disease where my body was trying to destroy itself. It was fighting against itself. And so I had also lost 60% of my hearing. I felt like I was dying. I felt that my dreams was dying and my hope was dying. I did not know what to do or where to turn. Over the 3 years, a naturopathologist started helping me through the process. I was on 23 supplements, which I take once, twice, and some of them I took 3 times a day, guys. Do you know what that does to you mentally? Later on, last November, I felt that there was no hope, because last July, I was in the hospital. And there was 4 months I was down on my back, crying all the time in pain. But this natural health pathologist, who is a dear friend to me, took me out of the hospital and started helping me. So the 23 supplements started causing me to feel a bit better, but the process was very slow, very, very slow. I was getting results, but very slow. I'd also gained a lot of weight. Now, I was telling you about last November. So last November, I was invited to this Lifestyle Connect. I met some wonderful people based out of Florida, and I heard the wonderful news about Sankey Global. It's a system where you start with the Balaj, beautiful age. The Balaj goes into the mitochondria of the cells and start reversing diseases. Guys, today I'm on the entire Sankey system, the Balaj, the Hasaki, the Kranui, and the Inner 7. I want to tell you something. I just came from jogging this morning. I want to tell you something. I can do what I want because I have my health back. I have my groove back. And I say how Giselle got her groove back. And I am on a mission to help people who have found themselves in a predicament that I did. Reverse, recover, restore. I could feel my blood boiling, guys. I could feel my energy come back. My joy has returned. And I'm on a mission to help those who need help, guys. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Terry McGriff and I'm hailing from Newcastle, Delaware. I have a testimony that I would like to share about Sankey Global. I am a teacher. I operate a licensed childcare facility from my home for the last 13 years. And I have different, ages of children that come through. So I kind of stay on the floor with them. A couple of years ago, I was in a car accident. And I was rear-ended, and it kind of like messed my back up. I had ablations done on different levels, which made it good. However, it woke up the arthritis. I never had problems with my back. So I joined Sankey, and I said, they have products that you could lose weight. So with the holidays, I wanted to take off a couple of pounds. So that was my focus. So I started taking the products, and one day I was down on the floor with the children, and the Spirit said, "Did you see what you just did?" And I was like, huh? I had stood up off the floor with no problem. And I tell my parents, give me a minute to get off the floor. If you ring the bell and it takes me a while, that's because I have to, brace myself to get up. The Spirit said, did you see what you just did? I got up off the floor. Now, how long have I been doing it? I don't know, but it was after I started taking the Balaj and the Kranui and the Saki. I'm taking all of them. So I said that to say, I went into the kitchen and I touched my toes. I'm like, I could touch my toes. I came back and I was screaming. The kids were like dancing with me and everything. Amazing. So the arthritis is still there, but it's dormant again. And I have my back back. I feel wonderful. Thank you to the Sankey products. Thank you, my cousin, Dr. Laney, for introducing me to this business. I really thank you. But guys, that's my testimony. I tried to keep it brief, but I get excited. I could touch my toes again. God bless you all.
Hi, my name is Radhika Nanan. Just sharing the past 5 years of my life with you guys. I had a lump in my left breast and I was diagnosed with first stage breast cancer. Doctors told me I was supposed to do 4 sessions of chemotherapy before surgery and 4 after. I did 2 sessions of chemotherapy and my immune system crashed with all the side effects. I did not have the strength to go for a 3rd session. Upon telling the doctor I can't handle the chemotherapy, he decided to remove my breast and my lymph nodes. I said no. With tears in my eyes, I walked away. Shortly after, I met Dr. D. She started to treat me with supplements and a few herbal remedies and diet. I saved my breast. In July of 2019, I was going through a very difficult time in my life. I was taking care of my younger brother, who eventually passed away with renal failure. I started experiencing chest pains and hoarseness in my voice. Again, back to the oncology. After running tests and scans, I was diagnosed with 4th stage lung cancer. I was given a 27% chance of living 2 to 3 years. Again, I started to take chemotherapy. I did 1 session and walk away. Together with my God, my positive attitude, and my dear Dr. Denise, I started the Sankey products. No meds from the oncology. Earlier March this year, I did back all my tests and my scans, and the doctors were amazed. My lungs had no tumors. All cancer was gone. Thanks to God, Dr. D, and Sankey products, I am cancer-free. Thank you.
Well, Clive. I don't know if people out there saw what I saw or learned what I learned, but to me, that was simply amazing. And if Queen Beverly Wholeness is on this line, we need to have her coin phrase right now. So Bev, if you're out there and you're near your phone, if you can unmute and just tell us what you thought about all those testimonies that just went on. I don't know if you're there, but if you're there, please share. See if she's there. She's probably not near her phone, but King Clive, what did you think?
That's beautiful. As you know, we don't make any medical claims. People are just telling us what happened coincidentally.
Exactly. You understand?
Yes.
By way of.
Yes. They take these products and amazing things are happening. And we say to people, we don't make any medical claims. Just take it, bless it, and take it and see what prayer and the Lord and these products do for you. But I'm saying to you, you are next in line for some powerful blessings. So no matter what you're living with, you can help to serve it notice by giving your body these amazing products. And we are going to be talking about these products right now. Aren't we, Dr. Ruthan? We're going to be talking about these products.
And right before we do that, I think Bev was on the phone, but she couldn't unmute. So Bev, I don't know if you're out there now, if you can unmute. I think I co-hosted you. There we go. Okay. I wasn't sure what Beverly you was tonight, because I know sometimes you're Bev iPhone. So what'd you think, Queen Bev?
Oh, wow. Absolutely amazing, Dr. Rutan. Are you hearing me loud and clear?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Let me tell you something, guys. Oh, Sir Clive, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Guys, if you listen to Sir Clive, and then you would have listened to these testimonials, and you are not moved, then I'm telling you something is wrong with you. Without any apology, facetiously, I'm going to tell you that something is wrong. Something that these products will work for me. I said, hey, all you need to do is try. All you need to do is try. Because when you listen to these testimonial guys, I don't believe that anybody could go to their bed, Dr. Rutan, and dream all of this. I really don't believe so, Sir Clive. They couldn't dream all of this.
No, they couldn't make it up.
So it is just they couldn't make it happen at all. So Dr. Rutan, I am overjoyed to be a part of this movement. I am overjoyed to be leading the Caribbean in terms of being the Caribbean ambassador right here. And being a Caribbean ambassador, this means that I need to have these testimonials shared to the entire Caribbean and the world, because we need to know what we have, and it is a sin if we keep something like this to ourselves after hearing these testimonies, because we are living, Jamaica has 2.7 million for their population. Trinidad have 1.7. I'm not sure the population of Bahamas, but if we just look at these three countries, Canada, I'm not sure, but Canada is on the line. USA is on the line. Guys, if we tell ourselves that we're going to take 1% out of our population, how many persons would we be helping? How many lives would we be saving?
Yes.
How many other testimonies like these testimonies and more would we be hearing today? We would need a whole month to be listening to testimonials right around the clock 24/7. Dr. Rutan, I'm overjoyed. I'm amazed. I feel blessed. And I want to continue to share this movement. Back over to you, ma'am.
Yes, boy, Queen Bev, I haven't even finished composing all of the testimonials. Those are the only ones I could get done because we were, doing our beautiful microbiome tour in Jamaica. So I was only able to compose that. So when we're finished, it's going to be mind blowing.
Wow.
People are going to be like, what? And, what I love, it's the Caribbean, the United States, it's us all coming together and sharing and letting you know that this is what we have in our hands. So without further ado, King Clive, tell us what to do next.
Yes. Can you imagine, Queen Dr. Ruthan, when they are the Canadian testimonials, because they are coming, what it is doing for COVID, as Brandon is saying, it is a COVID reverser. So ladies and gentlemen, have no fear for COVID, because Sankey is here. And we tell you to take the Conway Fire, Village, and Inner 7 warm and give COVID a warm time. So ladies and gentlemen, we have something to fight back. We don't have to wait and depend on something in a bottle when we have something in a pouch. Sankey Global. So ladies and gentlemen, here is what we have. Dr. Joy Pereira, will you come to the microphone, please? Dr. Ruthan is there already. Dr. Ruthan,
yes,
can you tell me if Nurse Adelaide is nearby?
No, she wasn't able to make it. I called her and she said she wasn't able to make it on.
All right. But ladies and gentlemen, what we have on the screen right now is the Sankey Wellness System. We don't believe that you must wait until you see something and feel something before you act. We are now learning the culture of the Japanese. in order to take something to prevent it from happening. Because a machine that is never broken will always outperform any machine that is broken and fixed. So friends, don't wait until you find something to fix. Prevent it in the first place. Act in the first place. And we have Asaki. We have Belage. We have Inner 7, and we have Conway Fire. As Asaki blinking and unblinking out. It has become so active and alive in our life. So this product, Asaki, my two learned friends, Asaki, what it is about Asaki that is so meaningful and so powerful? What sort of hope can this product give to someone who is having some gastrointestinal issues? And there are so many that people are experiencing these days. So I asked Dr. Pereira, would you chime in, please, and tell us, please, what sort of hope can this nice, pretty bag product with the content in it give the person who have some gastrointestinal issues in their tissues?
Wow, guys, thank you so much tonight. Hasaki. I love the Hasaki because of it nourishes the microbiota with 596 metabolites. Folks, why he did not formulate, Dr. EDS did not formulate 696, 425 or 200 and whatever other numbers, but exactly 596, because metabolites is the final breakdown of digestion in the system. So this body can absorb the nutrients in the intestines. And those are 596 amino acids, enzymic function that God has created the body so that we can actually break down and absorb at that cellular level for diverse nutrition throughout the entire system. We heard Master Clive spoke earlier on and said every organ and organ function has its own microbiome, but the brain starts in the gut. So if the gut is sick, every other aspect of the body suffers. So it also helps to improve the protein absorption by 20%. How many of us are on proteins and we are not absorbing it at that 20% level? All right, we're just taking proteins by proteins, mixing our shakes, doing whatever we have, eating the foods. And because the liver, pancreas, and spleen and gallbladder is not doing the digestion properly, it just pumps itself back out into the blood and causes a lot of disruption. Cholesterol causing high blood pressure, degeneration of these cells and tissues within the body, liver, HDLs, LDLs going out of balance, out of whack. All right. So it helps to absorb improves the absorption, protein absorption by 20%. Also, it increases the oxidation of fat in the body. All right. It produces energies to trillions of the mitochondria. Master Clive spoke about the microbiome and the mitochondria, which is the life force in every cell. I love it because the mitochondria, if it's not doing what it's supposed to do at that cellular level into the body, you're just not getting any relief or help. And that is why our system is crying out today, because from the day we were born, our body was being modified with the foods and the non-nutritional foods we say we are putting into our bodies. So here comes the Hasaki that is giving us all these nutrients, breaking down, absorbing, digesting, and helping the body to have its proper nutrition. It is not just, folks, a powder in a pack as a shake. Folks, this is food for your gut. And I know my beautiful queen, Dr. Rutan, my fellow unicorn, she calls me, because of her style. She's going to expand on this Hasaki. Take it away, Dr. Rutan.
Yeah, because just like you heard the lady in the thing, she spoke about her cousin, Dr. Lee Laney. Dr. Lee Laney talks about how the Hasaki can turn up the flora in your gut as well as turn it down. Like, that's the intelligent force that these scientists and doctors actually created. So when we speak of intelligent force, I know it sometimes you're like, yeah, whatever. Or they just, they're just trying to make up stuff. No, seriously, guys. I like to say that when these products go in, they have a clipboard. And they start deciding, okay, I need to do this. I got to work on that, and what is first? And guys, you're going to see a retracement. And yes, sometimes you do have to go into a valley. A valley is a valley of pain before it gets better. But it happens. I've seen it. I am proof that this happens. I am proof that it's happened. And it's happened over, it's a cycle. And then the next level, I get to another level. So this Hasaki is simply amazing, even for persons that have colon issues, intestinal issues, even like for instance, with me, having incontinence issues, this Hasaki is amazing for that. Amazing. Back to you, King Clive.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm gonna ask Queen Dr. Ruth Ann, because one of the things we're hearing from King Trehan explaining, because he has had occasion to speak to Dr. Bidi Adias and other scientists out of Japan. And it's like they recreate the digestive process outside of the body. So for example, tracing the food from the mouth with the right pH in the mouth and the right type of bacteria in the mouth, like acting upon the food, then it goes down to 14 inches of esophagus with the right pH there and the right bacteria there. It enters the stomach, where you have the digestive enzymes and the hydrochloric acid, and acting upon it. And they do it as if to say it and mimics what is going on inside of the body. Then it goes through the small intestines, the 22 feet of small intestine, and ends up in the colon and cause the microbes to act upon the food. And then what we now have in these products are the end product of the total digestive process, extracting the fluid content. And here we have what the microbes would have produced for us in form of metabolites. Am I sort of correct in saying that, Queen Dr. Pereira?
Yes, sir.
So
you're right on track.
So what we have now are we can want to say food, supplements, products that even if your digestive system is gone to the dogs, not happening, not function, when you consume these products, you don't have to have a functional immune system to benefit from it. Here we have metabolites that can go straight into the cell and begin to nourish the cell because of how they're small, loaded with all the nutrients that your body needs in order for the cell to function at optimal level. Ladies and gentlemen, science and food science has never been this far before. And that is why now, anybody with whatever kind of disease they have in the body, once you are now giving the body metabolites, which feed your microbes, make them healthy, your microbiome is fit and strong, your microbiome will now help to fix back leaky gut syndrome and fix all the other types of diseases in the digestive tract, because that is the role of metabolites in the body that the microbes will have made. So ladies and gentlemen, do you think you have an idea in terms of what this 40 years of research has done and what advantage it has given us as Sankey Global members and distributors? We have something that the rest of the world don't even know about microbiome as yet, much less to make products from it. We are 30, 40, if not 50 years ahead of the pack. How does that feel, Dr. Ruth, to know that we have a product of this magnitude?
Well, it makes me feel like Hussein Bolt. I down the road long time. And you ain't catching me no matter how hard you try.
Oh my word.
How hard you try. Because people are always going to try and mimic and duplicate and replicate, but sorry, we literally have 100-year vision and we already 51 years in. So you know what I mean? Like we are much further ahead than anybody possibly can imagine. We were talking about the microbiome 51 years ago. You understand? And they just talking about it 5 years ago. Like what?
Yeah.
They can't catch us, Clive. And we drinking Balage. You think they can catch us on Balage? No, man.
It's like giving Usain Bolt a jump start or Shelly and Fraser a jump start. The race done already. So
listen, if we get, all I can tell you is if we get all our Caribbean athletes on these products, and I know we got some American and Canadian on here, but if we get our Caribbean athletes on this, it done. Dog eat your lunch.
Oh my
But
God. So
you know, this pelage, like you say, it
yes,
reactivates our body's antioxidants, guys. It increases
yes.
energy production naturally. So you will start feeling energized when you start taking this. It improves blood circulation. Guys, the first time I drank it, 2 cups of cold, icy pelage, 2019 November. Literally 6 hours later, I felt pulsation and tingling in my tips of my right hand. That in 2017, I went into a coma. When I came out, by the end of 2017, my right arm was completely numb. And I used to coddle it like I'd had a stroke. And you know what I found out today from the natural medical doctor that I went to? He said, when I told him about it, he said, oh, you had, I forget what part of my brain had been messed up with a stroke. He said, because now if your arm had gone another way, it would have been the stem of your brain. He says, but you did the top right. I was like, well, what a sec. But with this pelage, guys, that tingling has tingled my fingers. And not only tingle the fingers, it's improved the blood circulation all up the right arm that was completely numb. Man, y'all ain't hearing me. And when you hear of improved blood circulation, if any men are on this line, and women even, that are suffering with low libido, you can't get it up. Things happening down there that should be and can't. Guys, improves blood circulation.
Yes.
It also increases hydration at the cellular level. We have nanotechnology. We have an advanced delivery system with all our products. This is patented technology. Nobody else has it. Nobody else has it. Are you hearing me? So when it goes in, it's a coated material. It's nano size, so it's able to permeate and get past the wall barrier, the eye wall barrier, as well as the brain barrier. It also, if I'm not mistaken, has the oil from the olive branch that allows it to permeate through the blood cells to get to the mitochondria. Man, listen to me. When y'all start studying this and learning, y'all mind's gonna be so open. Y'all gonna be woke to psyche. Y'all gonna be like, woo! So guys, back to you, King Clive.
Wow. Thank you so much for that explanation. This is beautiful. Now, would you like to give us an idea of some of the conditions that people may have that the pelage could probably help with? Things like high blood pressure, I believe, Dr. Rutan?
Repeat that. You just cut out on my end. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yes. Some of the actual conditions that people may have that the pelage could benefit some persons. Are we talking about conditions like high blood pressure and so on?
Well, yes, we can use it for high blood pressure. However, I would recommend the pelage and Crenu together. But with the pelage, we say start here. And the reason why we say start here is because we don't realize how sluggish our system is in general, just in general. And so when we say start with the pelage, we mean whatever going on in your body, trust me, the pelage is going to start balancing it to homeostasis. You know, you'll hear Dr. Bahia say straight and plain, if you want people to start getting well and getting better, you need to tell them the truth. And the truth simply is that God created a body to heal itself. I don't know if y'all heard what I just said. He created a body to heal itself. But in order to do that, you said it, King Clive, he literally mimicked. He created how to fermentate these products under 120 degrees Fahrenheit outside of the body, so that when it gets in, it's already done what it was supposed to do. Like how it usually would take its time and go through, it already done. It's fermented. So now it can busy itself doing whatever else it needs to do. And like we say, we don't tell you stop taking this and stop. No, we don't tell you that. We don't tell you stop taking nothing. If you're on your medication, keep taking it. The doctors will see the difference. You said it, King Clive. Your doctor said, wow, Tim Trahan is on the line. King Tim, he can tell you. His doctor was like, whoa. They will see the difference because guess what? You know, Dr. Denise can tell you, she looks at molecular blood all the time. 20 minutes, she could see the difference. You know, we have something called a micro scanner. And I don't know if people know this, but we created the technology for that micro scanner. And what I mean by that, the lens, we created that. We are a scientific technology company. Y'all ain't hearing me. We are out there to be the best in the market.
Oh, yes.
We ain't trying to be sometime, you know, the best.
Best.
And, you know, like Mr. Alejandro Tello, one of the founders of the company, will tell you straight and plain, he's not trying to be the fastest company. He is trying to be the best,
The best.
company.
Yes. Wow. Now,
So back to you, King Clive.
Queen Dr. Pereira, what does it mean for cellular cleansing? Are we talking about the similar way that you use rag, water, and soap to clean and cleanse the outside of your body? Are you telling us that this product is so empowered and equipped to clean the inside of your cell? You want to chime in, Dr. Amy, 30 seconds?
Oh, yes, because that's what we call the gene expression within the cells itself. Because when we look at our cells, it alters itself according to its environment. So what's going to happen with the organisms in your body? It's going to adapt to their genetics to conform to the environment. So guess what? In simplicity, what is going to happen? The collagen itself actually is the most important breakthrough we have in the Sankey products, because it has the ability to assist and modulate the gene expression within the body. So it gives the body its vital health back, because it helps metabolism quickly, metabolizing your foods that you eat. All right. So now the product in itself is going to speed up the metabolism, restarting, or what we would say kickstarts the mitochondria. So now it creates more energy and reduces that oxidative stress or cellular damage within the system. Wow. So it is much faster than taking a vitamin or other supplement, which claims to improve health naturally. So what happens here? This enzyme, the Orezot enzyme in its formulation, is actually activating the cell so that it can clean, repair, and recover, as we say, reverse, recover, and restore naturally in the living organisms within the body. And that starts in the metabolizing stages of the body. So you know what that happens there. It affects the liver. It helps the liver, supports it in detoxification, eliminating the toxins, and that comes out from that, external factors like pollution, stress, smoking, alcohol, etc. And so when we have this mitochondrial damage now, it reverses that, so the cells can generate itself. So it's the building blocks of something called the telomeres in your body, your X and Y, your X telomeres. When it's broken down, it means you are degenerating faster. So it actually keeps the telomeres there in that healthy state. So you are staying much younger, forever young. I always love that. Forever young, Bilaj. Yes, these products are mine. And Dr. Ruta and Dr. Clive, oh my gosh, since I know you for the last 3 years, I mean, you're looking more and more handsome and gorgeous, Dr. Ruta. Wow.
Thank you.
And Queen Bev always say it, I go to sleep beautiful and I get up pretty.
Now, before you come off, there is something I want to look at. What does this product mean for cell regeneration? Because if cells are diseased, if cells are sick, if cells are compromised and have issues, when it is replicating, are not these diseases being passed on to the new cell, the daughter cells? What then is a contrast? If the cells are becoming new and clean, invigorated, vibrant, and healthy, will it not then be replicating healthier cells in contrast to disease cells? Comment on that.
Oh, yes. Yes. It is going to, because that's what is gene expression. So instead of it's getting degenerated, it's going to regenerate itself because every day, remember, trillions of your cells are experiencing these gene expression. Gene expression simply means the creation of new cells. So it's eliminating the old damaged ones and rebirthing new ones. So that's what we have in here, folks. Gene expression creates the microscopic machinery within your body for healthiness.
Here's a point we can make now, because people might text afterwards and say, can it help with diabetes? Can it help with high blood pressure? Can it help with fibroids? From this explanation you just gave, should just be a good answer. Yet yes, because if the cells are new, then the tissues are new and the organs are new, the body will be new. Can this answer many of the questions that they would ask if it helped with 10,000 different things?
Oh, yes, yes, and yes, and yes. Because what we talk about gene expression in simple layman terms, many persons hear stem cells. So your body stem cells goes dormant after a certain point in time, but it needs something to activate it, to send it to the organs, to rejuvenate it from disease. And this is what the product does because of the formulation. And folks, I'm saying this again, we make no claims, but the testimonies out there, the experiences are out there, and this is what happens. So if you give your body the food for repair and rejuvenation, what will you expect? Repair and rejuvenation.
Wow. So ladies and gentlemen, if you understand these products, because one of the main benefits of Bellage, we're going to come off it pretty soon, Dr. Ruth Ann. One of the main benefits of the Bellage is how it regenerates the mitochondria. Ladies and gentlemen, the mitochondria is what makes your energy. The mitochondria does not only make energy and store energy like a battery, but it is the mitochondria that deals with the metabolic functions within the cell. It communicates to the organelles within the cells, and even to the adjoining cells. It communicates with those mitochondria also for homeostasis, which means balance and means health. So when you have a product that repairs and restores and renew the mitochondria, and then as these products repair the microbiome, then what else is there? Is there any product on the market that works in the body like these two products work, Dr. Ruth Ann? You think?
Nope, there isn't, because like I said, we have been ahead of the game. And yes, I mean, there probably are nutraceuticals or supplements out there, but we are literally permeating into that cell barrier. We are energizing and giving life back to the mitochondria. You know, at one point, even with the COVID, they were saying that it was attacking the mitochondria. It was killing off the mitochondria. We are here to say and show and prove, like we literally back everything we say. You know, so if you want to see and understand it more, we can show you. You know, we have a document from Dr. Franco where he went and broke it down after the trials that were done in Japan about the COVID. And what was the efficacy of the Bellage and the cytokine storm and how it works and how it gets in and kills it and deals with it and stops the replication of that protein. Okay, because that's what it is. It's that protein that starts replicating, but the Bellage stops that replication of the protein. So, you know, I don't want to spend, because we could talk for hours on that. We could stay here forever.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
now,
good.
Dr. Pereira. Now, Dr. Linus Pauling, two-time Nobel Prize laureate, said all diseases can be traced to a mineral deficiency. Would you like to tell us then how relevant the inner seven is in relation to that statement?
Wow. Folks, our body needs minerals. And what you will see on the inner seven, minerals are there for your cells. If your cells do not have minerals in it, your body do not have minerals. You eat for your cells, not your body. Nothing cannot be absorbed into the system. Main minerals, magnesium, potassium, zinc, calcium, phosphorus, and all of these. Our inner seven has over 60 plus minerals. You will not see all the 60 plus on the box because there will not be room enough to print it, but the formulation is there in our, as I said, as Dr. Rutan said, we are transparent, so you can see the documentation. But mainly magnesium is what the body needs to help to defend, to fight off against immune issues with autoimmune issues within the body, breakdown of your T cells, CD4 cells, and all of these things that comes with the immune system, your nuke cells, I call them, natural killer cells. And when these are not readily, these minerals are not readily available in the blood, no matter what you've been taking, it cannot absorb into the system. So it will just come into your system and comes out to the back door. So what I love about these minerals is that I have persons who have been on these minerals, like for instance, you know, these minerals that are there to improve and increase the feeling of lightness, supports the pH balance in the body. Calcium does that as well. It supports the body's fat burning system, hormonal imbalances, diabetes, and all of this. Relaxation helps persons with all the anxiety that's going wrong, thyroids, parathyroids issues, and so forth. And the magnesium, the most important, helps to convert blood sugar to energy. Folks, let me tell you something. Minerals minerals, magnesium especially, do not stay in your system for over 4 hours. It between 4 to 6 hours. So the body always have to be replenishing and replacing. It also is a natural anti-stress agent as well. So it attracts water to the intestines. We heard a testimony with Pastor Giselle a while ago when she was saying, you know, she had colon issues. How many of us are drinking our water? So what tends to happen there, these minerals will help you. It will make you thirsty. I have seen persons take it, even myself, on a day that I am just on the go and I have not drank enough water, and I drink my minerals and the Fantastic Four. My body wants the water, so I need to drink the water. So it helps, it makes you thirsty so you can drink water. So it will help in the digestion and reduce constipation and clean out the free radicals out of the colon. Wow. Calcium also helps to reduce the body acidity. Calcium is not only good for teeth and bones, but it's also good for building red blood cells, oxygenating the blood, strengthening the veins and arteries in your body. People doesn't know that. Potassium regulates the heart and muscles. It promotes smooth transition of signals caused by stimulus along nerves. Persons who have suffered spinal injury, sciatica nerve endings damage, osteochondrosis, wearing off around the disc, around the spinal column, vertebral, all of that. I have treated patients as such. And folks, I'm telling you, the glue is coming back once more around these bones and these that's rubbing against each other. Potassium, when you are low in potassium, your heart starts, you kind of get angina attacks, feeling, you know, like palpitation of the heart, a little bit of speed up, you know, and persons might think that they're having heart attacks. Listen, believe me, you will know when you're having a heart attack. I'm not going to explain what is a heart attack. You call the ambulance and head straight to the hospital. But when you just feel these little, you know, fluctuation and bit up and so forth, anxieties, because your potassium levels might just be low. So that regulates, helps with the parathyroids and thyroids, the hormonal function in the body. And last but not least, copper regulates the blood cholesterol. So folks, what more do you want to have when your body is functioning and firing on all cylinders? Folks, it is an amazing thing. And what I have noticed within this last session, because of, you know, everybody is just not exercising and doing what they should for 2020, we have been home. A lot of persons started to have issues with their pancreatitis syndrome, which it means that they're breaking down the gallstones and all of this, right? Pancreatitis. I mean, the test came back, and that is the cause of gallstones inflammation. And what causes the gallstones to arise is when the acids is not breaking down and the gallstones, right? It forms gallstones. And in there, you get much cholesterol in the bile. That is what causes gallstone. When the cholesterol seeps in the bile and mix, and it causes these gallstones. And then the bile is what produces bile? Your liver. So that substance produced by the liver, it helps and aids in digestion of the fats. So what tends to happen? Now it stores in the gallbladder and causes stone. So here's what I have seen happening. Even the inner 7 with the minerals and so forth has started that breakdown together. Well, we'll talk about the chrono. Dr. Rutan is going to dive into it just now. So folks, let me tell you something. You have this powerful product in your hand. I mean, I get really talk with passion and conviction like Master Clive when he starts on the microbiome. Wow. You know? So back over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rutan. Before you start with the conway fire, would you like to say what are some of the reports in terms of how the bellage of the inner 7 helps with inflammation characterized by pain? Do you know of anybody who has gotten benefit in terms of how it helps with pain?
Yes, definitely. I mean, if you haven't heard, Fabiola Hernandez, the sales and marketing and educational director of Sankey, you know, trainer, she has told you, like, I think it was that she had something to do with her ovaries, and she went to the doctor. It was a lot of pain, and it was a gynecologist, and he said the Bellage and Inner 7, I think she was taking up to 4 packets of Inner 7 per day, and it literally shrunk it down, and the pain dissipated. And with me, when I was in December of 2019, I was complaining one day of my back, because usually I have this lower left side back pain, and I was complaining. Queen Fabiola had actually called me, And she said, how are you doing? I said, I'm doing okay, but I got this pain. And she said, have you taken the Inter7? And I hadn't. I had started on the Balaj. I was taking the Cronwe. I was actually taking the Hasaki intermittently, but I hadn't taken the Inter7 because, of course, everybody said, "Oh, salt." Now I have low pressure, so I when it comes to pressure, I don't have a problem. But I just hadn't taken it because I didn't think it was necessary. You know, you heard what Dr. Denise said. There is so much more than just potassium and magnesium in this product. You can't fit what's on the product because then the box would be covered in information. Well, you wouldn't be able to call it Inter7. You just have to call it, you know, minerals because it would be covered in writing. Okay, because that's how much is inside of it. But when I started taking, that was my combo, Balaj and Inter7. And then when I started mixing that with the Cronwe, man, listen, absolutely amazing. Within less than 30 minutes, that pain would start to subside. You know, we've had persons that are taking this Inter7, and I know one lady who has MS on one of the islands, and she says that's her go-to. When she drinks that, her bowels just start moving. She drinks it in warm water. You know, we had another lady that had severe thyroid. You know, she swears by this Inter7. That's her go-to.
Yes.
It has balanced out her thyroid. You know, and like we say, we're not here to say that we cure or mitigate any disease, but we are telling you that these supplements are incredible. They are doing what they're supposed to do. You know, somebody in the chat asked, well, how long do you have to take them? Well, it depends on you. You know, as you will find, as you start taking the products, things are going to start reversing in your body, especially if you're adding, you know, a better diet, more exercise, more sunlight. You know, you'll hear Dr. Franco just make these comments. You know, some people will be on it forever because guess what? They're not really willing to change anything else, but they want a better lifestyle. You know, you'll hear someone like a Pastor Searson tell you he's been on it for 9 years and he's never coming off it because he's over 70 now and has energy like a teenager and able to play with his grandchildren.
Yes.
You know, and after suffering a brain injury, a brain aneurysm or some type of heart issue, you know, these products brought him back from that. You know, so I know a young man in Nassau, hadn't walked since he was 3, was able to get up and stand and take steps and has reversed. Y'all got to hear me. The symptoms have reversed and have not gone backwards. He used to drool. He used to drool. His head used to hang backwards. Okay. His eyes, because he had a muscle disorder, they didn't know what was wrong with him. His eyes would roll back in his head. Guys, this young man, eyes straight as a sniper, head strong. He does not have to be strapped into his wheelchair anymore because he used to lean forward. Because see, what people don't understand, when you don't have core strength, you can't sit up. You cannot sit up.
Wow.
That's true.
I have watched over the year how these products, the same system y'all looking at. And I know people listen to my voice sometimes and they say, hold on now, what you telling me? You trying to tell me you got something going on with you? Yeah, I got something going on with me. I can't see out of one eye. My right arm had gone completely numb. I can't walk. My body was completely no muscle strength in the core. I was squished. And no matter how hard I tried, I would feel it building up every single week. And then by the weekend, after I took those 2 days off, it was like reset. Like my body would say, oh, time to rest. I'm good again. Ever since I started taking this system, if you know anybody with multiple sclerosis, any type of muscle disorders, any type of autoimmune, lupus, I've been diagnosed, clinically diagnosed with lupus, SLE, systemic lupus, meaning it's going to affect all my organs. Transverse myelitis, meaning that it's going to mess with my myelin sheath on my spinal column. NMO, neuromyelitis, optica, mess with your optic nerve as well as your myelin sheath, meaning those messages do not get from your brain to your body. But guys, I'm here to tell you that the strength that is in my body, the strength that I feel moving through my legs, the energy, because I can now feel the blood pulsating back through my legs. And my core strength is strong. You know, I did a video last February where I tried to stand up and you could see the shaking. Trying to stand, shaking, the core ain't there. Now I could stand up. There's no shaking. And we ain't here to show them videos tonight. We ain't gonna keep you much longer. But this Cronwe fire, guys, if you're a person that suffers, you can't sleep at night. Now, mind you, like how the old people say, every closed eye ain't sleep. Every shut eye ain't sleep.
No, shut
So
eye.
you might have your eye
That's true.
closed. You know, you might
But
have
you
your
ain't
eye closed, but you
resting.
ain't sleeping or
Yes.
resting. Because that's the difference too. You might be asleep, but you might not be resting.
Wow.
So your body might not be in a state of going through the cycles of sleep. You might not be having that option in your body. So, you know, we are here to tell you that the corn we fire, them Japanese black beans, if you go and Google what Japanese black beans or just black beans do, you will be like, what?
Yes.
This bad mama jamma right here, not only does it allow you to have a fantastic, phenomenal resting sleep. Now, what I mean by that is someone like me, I'm on something called Cellcept, immunosuppressant drug. Do you know that causes you to have insomnia?
Wow.
Yeah.
So normally I'll go to sleep, but I could sleep for 2 hours and I could be wide awake for another 18 to 20 hours and keep going. Now I'm actually sleeping and resting. Even if it's 6 hours, I'm enjoying my rest. Big difference, guys. Big difference. Am I doing the 8 and 9 hours like all of y'all? Maybe not. But the 6 hours that I am getting is full rest now.
Yes.
And it's from this Crohn fire because I take it every day. Not only that, if you're that person that has high blood pressure or diabetes, this is your go-to. You have the glaucoma going on, all sorts of things happening that has to do with your sugar levels or your high blood pressure levels, guys, Crohn fire. So we're going to tell you, Balaj and Crohn, start there. That is what we're going to tell you to start with. You know, I am a person, I promise you, I'm eating well. I eat a lot of live food, but I have a weakness. It's called guava duff. And I know if nobody around here, nobody know guava duff. But if you have that guava duff, that got one syrup on it and made with dough and it's nice and doughy with guava in it. Listen, it's a sin, okay? When I'm ready to eat that, I get my cup of Crohn, I drink it down. Then I tell them, bring my guava duff over here. Oh, thank you, child. I eat my guava duff and then I tell them, you can get me another hot cup of water, please. Mommy, another cup? Yes, please. Thank you. And I drink another Crohn. Why do I do that? Because it's going to remove the excess sugars and carbs that I've just absorbed that is not necessary in my body. Wow. And then it expels it through either urine or feces. Are you hearing me? It removes it from the cells completely. So it's not going to get into your cells to wreak havoc because sugar is havoc. But see, I ain't telling you I'm perfect. Y'all just hear my weakness. So I'm telling you up front, I'm not perfect. I can eat my guava duff. Sorry. But also it deals with the gastroprotection and antioxidation. But listen to this, guys. I have been in bed, quote unquote, I hate the word bedridden, for 6 years. But I'll tell you this, since I've been taking this Crohn fire, I've lost weight. Well, who is do that? You ain't coming out to bed? You ain't exercising? No, I go to physical therapy. 2 hours maybe. 2 hours, three days a week, sometimes 4. But I'm not up and about like y'all, walking up and down and having that opportunity to do jumping jacks, run around the house. No, but I'm losing weight. How? Someone saw my picture the other day. They said, Rusan, that's from a couple of years ago. I say, no, that's from my birthday. That just happened last month. What? Yeah. You heard Dr. Yvonne Monroe. It starts turning back the clock, these products. You hear me? Right. You start looking younger and younger. Guys, we have a set of supplements, like Dr. Franco would always say, it's an addition to. So we don't want you to say this is the go all end all, but it is where you need to start. Because once you start consuming the Balaj, guys, it is going to open up your cells to be able to take all of the nutrition that you're putting into your body, whether it's through food, whether it's through additional whatever you're putting in, it's going to take that and put it on steroids to help reverse, recover, and restore your body. Back to you, King Clive.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow. What can we say? What can we say? You know, I am aware that Sir King Tim Trahan is on the call. He was in Jamaica just even last night. This time he was in Jamaica. Now he's back in Texas. Now, King Trahan, you know, we have come to love you. We have come to appreciate you. Such a humble man, such a profound man, such a knowledgeable man, such a Google when it comes to comprehensively understanding Sankey Global products. Sir, will you chime in, please, if you will? And tell me, Sir Trehan, have you ever heard any conversation of this magnitude anywhere on the internet, anywhere on Google, anywhere on YouTube, any conversation you have been to any seminar, in a way that these ladies and myself have spoken about tonight about the Sankey Global product, sir? Sir Trehan, will
No,
you chime
no,
in?
no, absolutely not. And I tell you guys, I've traveled all over the place. I've been invited to many health and wellness conferences, over the years, and never, not one time, have we had anything that is this disruptive in the health and wellness space. And like Dr. Ruth Ann said earlier, guys, when you're talking about something that's a disruptor in an industry, you're talking about a company that's on the cutting edge of doing something great, right? And that's what this company is about. And I say it all the time, we're the greatest technology company that wrapped itself around the health and wellness space. And just imagine the thought that went into 40 years of clinical studies and research for the scientists, along with Dr. Bijita Deas, to say, you know what? Let's study these centenarians, these people that live to be 100 years of age or more. And let's figure out what it is that they have that makes them superhuman beings, right? Because if you live to be 100 years of age and you're still functioning, you're still able to go out and exercise and do the things that you love doing, you're a superhuman being. So let's find it out, right? Let's do the research and let's recreate whatever it is that they have outside of the body. So each and every day, regular people have access to these super technologies, right? And that's just absolutely incredible. When you think about it from that standpoint, and like you said it earlier, King Clive Campbell, that I always say it, that this company is so special that they've managed to recreate the digestive tract outside of the body. That's absolutely the truth, 100%. You're talking about recreating something that God himself created, but you use the technology to figure out what people need outside of the body and be able to put it back inside of the body so it could work at the microcellular level, guys. Wow. Microcellular, the tiniest particles that you could put inside your body from a health and wellness standpoint, we're doing it. And like you guys said again on the call, I mean, I can go over so many things that you guys have said that just were dead on. But we have a 51-year head start on a lot of these companies. And I mean, if you're not taking these products, like you say, King Clive Campbell, you're like Bounty Killer and you living dangerously. Yes, sir. So I'll turn it back over to you because I definitely could say so many other things. But guess what, guys? I just want to continue to sit here and learn and learn and learn. I got my pen and my paper and my notepad, and I'm taking notes because you guys are next level intelligent when it comes to what it is that we're doing with this company. So I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank Sir King Tim Trehan, International Sales Director, Sankey Global, for chiming in and to do what he does best. Now, the last thing to do, I'm going to ask my two special friends here, Dr. Denise Pereira and Dr. Wuthan. As you scan through the list, I'm going to ask Dr. Wuthan one question you want to comment on. Dr. Wuthan, one question to comment on. Sorry, because we can't comment on all of them. So, Dr. Wuthan, have you seen anything in the chat room you'd like to clarify? And then Dr. Denise as well.
Well, definitely, I want to speak to, are these products recommended for children? Yes, Debbie, Bailey, they are. These products literally can be given to a baby. And, one of the things that I love that Dr. Franco says, because some people say, well, I'm on this and I'm on that. Can I take it with this? And can I take it with that? And they keep going on. And like he always says, well, are you eating? You got to pause. Because if you're eating, then you can take these products. These products are literally 100% plant-based. I had a person the other day say, there's, I forget what the person said. What was the word? They said it had preservatives. Oh, I don't take nothing with preservatives in it. So I went to Mr. Avita immediately. Mr. Avita, what about the preservatives? And he said, preservatives, everything in our products are all natural. He said, even the preservatives that we have are all natural. So if you're on this line and you're wondering, oh, I don't know if I should, I don't know, I'm this and I do this. And listen, if you eat vegetables, fruits, whatever you eat, if you eat food, this is cellular nutrition. This is food. It's plant-based. It's 100% natural. Plant-based, guys. All it is that they just formulated it so that they could do some things that if I was to go and get some olive leaf and some rosemary, I wouldn't be able to do it. That's all they did. They
Dr.
used some
Rutan,
high technology
can I
to
jump in
create
right there?
what I did. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
There's no one on this call or no one can tell you that they consume no preservative, because life itself, every single thing that is on the shelf in the supermarket have preservative. The only way that someone can say to you that they don't take any preservative, it means that they make their own bread, they make their own biscuit, they make their own ketchup if they use that. They make everything from scratch and use it immediate effect or put it in the refrigerator. I am not thinking really that any of us have that amount of time to make every single thing that we need. It's just like, you know, somebody would say to you, I eat healthy because I eat my fruits and vegetables every day. Yes, you're trying to eat healthy, but the truth is you cannot consume enough that the body really need. You need to have these things in supplement form. Also, if you say that you're eating your vegetables and all is well, absolutely, again, you are wrong again, because I can tell you the fungicide, the killer side, the deicide, the pesticide, all the different chemicals that they are putting on the food. If you are not washing your fruits and vegetables with apple cider vinegar, soaking it for at least 15 to 20 minutes in apple cider, then rinse it off and consume it. And even when you do that, you're still consuming at least 20 to 30% of those chemicals that are put in it. And this is how, when we take these supplements, it helps us, to get rid of some of that. So there's not one person on this call can tell me that they can consume naturally and eat healthy totally, unless they are literally planting their foods themselves organically and making everything. And what I love about this company, they plant all the foods that they give us in these products organically. Yes. So that is so now when I am taking the Sankey Global products, I can say categorically that I am eating healthy and I'm eating organically. I tell you something, I came home from work at about 7:30 and I grabbed my blender. I put one little piece of banana, a little piece of papaya, and for those who are in Jamaica, star fruit. I put a little piece of star fruit and I put a little piece of papaya in it, and I put 2 scoops of asaki. I put a little bit of ice and a little bit of ginger and I blend. Oh my God.
Wow.
My dinner was absolutely amazing. And when I finished drank that, I had me a glass of water, and right now I am drinking a cup of Cranberry Fire. Tell me something. I'm gonna say it again. I am 56 years old, and I am waiting for that 30 or that 35-year-old woman to walk beside me and tell me that she's living in a younger body than I am, and she's more beautiful. I go to bed, what? I want to say it for me now. I say it all the while. Go to bed beautiful, and I wake up.
And I wake up
pretty.
And it is because of, I live on these products. I live on them, guys. So no one, Dr. Rutan, can tell you that they do not take preservative. But what I know for sure, for those of us who have to still buy things in the supermarket and we can't grow and make everything for ourselves, we have the Sankey system to take care of all of that. Thank you so much. Back over to you, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the Caribbean ambassador for Sankey Global. She has a wealth of knowledge and experience just because of where she sits, even as her day job. She is authority on this. Thank you for chiming in, Lady Beverly. Now, Dr. Joy Pereira, would you look at that one question in the chat for me and comment on it, please?
All right. I saw somebody said for heel spurs. Heel spurs, it's really calcification on the bones and joints when your body, the calcium is not breaking down into the system. So it calcifies and causes all these musculoskeletal conditions in the system. So what the inner 7 is very good for that because of the magnesium together with the belage, because it's going to start doing the repair work in the degenerative cells that has gone rogue, I normally say. So it's going to, you know, correct those issues in the body. Another question was fibroids. Fibroids, if it can help fibroids, yes. We use the inner 7 and belage and Crenew, because the Crenew helps in digestion, breaking down the fatty lipids, which is the amylase that breaks down the carbohydrates in the body. And fibroids stem from digestion and indigestion and all of these issues that females have because you're not breaking down your foods, proteins, amylase, and all of that is not present there to break down these fatty tissues within the blood. And that is directly a stem to metabolizing and digestion. Unlike what you have been told by your MDs, they also, why do they give you diamicron and glucophage and all of that, which is a medication or tablet insulin that helps with that regulates diabetes in the body. That's the first thing they give you when you have these female issues, fibroids and you know, all of these things to regulate. So the belage, Crenew, inner 7 is very helpful for that. Somebody else asked something about side effects. Yes, the only side effects you get is pain, and pain happens before healing. And the only side effect is pain because you are being healed. All right, your body is going back to the cosmos divine that God has intended you to be. In pharmaceutical drugs, you take a pill, you don't feel anything, but it doesn't deal with the root cause of the problem, it just numbs the pain. So it's like a plaster on a sore effect. When you take supplements, which is food for the body, it actually starts digging out all the toxins, all the not wanted goods and critters and all those things, bacteria that are taking up house in your intestines. And then you get pain because with healing comes pain before, as you heard Dr. Rutan said. All right, folks, so back over to you, Dr. Clive. King
Wow.
Clive.
Wow. Ladies, I thank you so much. I just want to ask if Sir Reverend Isaiah Searson is on the call. We're going to ask you, sir, if you are, kindly come to the microphone. We're going to ask you to dismiss us with God's blessings. But in the meantime, let me say thanks. I want to thank Queen Beverly for chiming in.
Before you close, Sir Clive, can I just jump in and say something right there?
Yes.
There's some questions in the chat room where persons are asking, how do we get these products? I do think we should answer those questions.
Okay, you want to chime in on
yes,
that?
I could chime in on that. Okay, guys, for those of you who are on the call, please get back to the person who invited you to the call. And there are 3 ways in order to get these products. Can you just bring up the product package for me, please? Dr. Rutan or whomever handling that part. Thank you much. Okay, there are 3 ways to get these products, all right? The first one is to get back to the person who invited you to this call, and you can purchase the product from them retail, just like you buy and sell retail. They will give you their retail cost. The second way to get these products is as a customer. So the person who invited you to this call, they will send you a link that says shop. What happened? When you click on that link, you will see the products individually. You can purchase those products, and depending on where you are. So let's say you are in the USA, courier service, whomever is it will be delivered to your door. Let's say you are in Canada. Marva can assist with that. It will be delivered via your courier. If you are in Jamaica, Trinidad, or Bahamas, we have a fulfillment center where you can pick up the products within 24 to 48 hours. Just get with the person and they will tell you exactly where the fulfillment center is, all right? That is as a customer. And as a customer, you can buy 1, 2, 3, 4, right? As a customer, you can have your customer link to always go back on and purchase your product as a customer. However, if you are in the business like us, because we understand what is multiple streams of income, we understand resale, right? So though there are some of us who are in the business as distributors, the company said, hey, purchase a package and you now become a member of Sankey Global. And I tell you, based on what is happening, guys, with this kind of product, there should be no question if you want to become a distributor in this company. Why? Because we are talking about health circle life is on everybody's lip right now.
Wow.
And I say to persons, it is a sin. It is a crying shame if you sit here tonight and listen to these testimonials and hear the benefit in these products and know for sure that you have a friend, you have a co-worker, you have a family member, you have even an enemy, a neighbor who is literally suffering. And guys, these products are not only for persons who are sick. We are building what we want to build is a proactive nation, not a reactive nation. So these products are not because you are sick. There are persons on this line might say, boy, but I drink it and I don't see anything. You cannot see over 100 trillion cells. The product is working on the inside. So therefore, what this company said to you guys, tell somebody, because the company could have chosen to advertise on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, the Gleaner, the radio, the TV. But you know what the company said to us? Tell somebody and we will pay you. That's it, you know. Because what? There's nothing like word of mouth advertising. And you know what? We have been talking all our lives. We buy a shoes, we tell somebody that we go to Payless. We buy a ice cream, we tell somebody that we go to the Devon House. And you know what? If I send 100 persons to Devon House to eat some ice cream and get fat, Devon House would not give me not even a scoop of ice cream and a cone and said thank you. But here I have a company who said to me, if you tell somebody about us, we are going to pay you 12 different ways. There is nobody on this call who is getting paid 12 different ways from their work. All right, guys? No one on this call is getting 12 different ways. And you get paid based on the package that you would have introduced. So let's say you want to come on, you want to be a part of us as a distributor. Our lowest distributor package is $159. Here you have the Sankey Fit 10D, and then you have the Sankey Unified Pack. There's nowhere on this planet, I don't care where you are from, there's nowhere on this planet that you can start a business, a $1 trillion business with 159. But you know what? Because of the power of leveraging, because of the power of telling Clive, who tell Miss Mary, and Miss Mary tell Miss Mas Joe, and who tell Dr. Rutan. Clive know Bev Holness, but Clive does not know Dr. Rutan. Dr. Rutan know Dr. Donnelly, but Beverly does not know Donnelly. And this is how our network does continue to spread. Guys, you must live in a world and you must have a mindset right now where you're making money while you're sleeping. If you are not making money while you're sleeping, you are going to die broke. And this company is saying to us, guys, we will pay you to talk about us, right? All you need to do is to share. So we ain't going there trying to sell like we are selling insurance. We are bringing hope. The company said, give hope to somebody's life and we will pay you. Sorry about that. We will pay you, right? And I can tell you, everyone on this call right now need an additional stream of income because your job ain't cutting it. What we will do next week, we will go a little bit more into how you get paid and, just give you an idea of how much you will get, when you join us as a distributor. I also want to jump back on, to answer some of the questions that I'm looking at. Guys, I'm seeing where persons writing, about cancer, this, that, a whole lot of, let me put them in our term in Jamaica, Marley gripe and Flopsy complaint. Guys, I'm not sure that you were really listening on this call. I'm not sure, and I'm not trying to be facetious right here. I'm just saying, if you were listening keenly and attentively, you would have understand that we have only 4 products. And these 4 products work synergistically. Somebody write synergistically in the chat room for me, Dr. Rutan. The 4 products that Dr. Denise, Master Clive, Tim Trahan, and Dr. Rutan wrote, they work synergistically. Let me move on with that. We have one single body. One. How many body we have, Sir Clive? Put a 1 in the chat room.
One. Okay.
And that one body is the system that God created us with. That one body is consisting of 12 different organ systems. Am I clear on that one, Sir Clive?
That's right.
The first organ system that we have is the gut. Sir Clive said in his microbiome speech, fix the gut and you're fixing all the other organ system. Oh my God. Somebody put another one in the chat room. Right? So when we spoke about the 4 products that Dr. Denise and everyone has been talking about, guys, we are talking about that these products work synergistically. So we right now will not go into talk about whether you have heart disease, foot disease, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, because you know what? Our answer is going to be the same. We are going to come back to the same 4 products. So we don't care whether you have Marley gripe or Flopsy complaint. What we're saying to you, fix your entire body. What we're saying to you, if you're short on cash, fix your cells first, starting with the belage, because the belage is going to clean the mitochondria of the cells. So it doesn't matter whether it is arthritis, diabetes, cancer, high problem, head problem, foot problem. All of those problems are a part of your body that is made with 100 trillion cells. We cannot count those cells, guys. All right? Dr. Denise, go back again, and she said to you, a lot of the chronic illnesses that we suffer from is because of lacking of minerals in the body. The inner 7 gives your body all the mineral that it needs per day. She went and she said, we need to have an alkaline body, not an acidic one. So any disease or illness that you have, it cannot thrive in an alkaline body. What that should be telling us, guys, the minute we start taking the inner 7, Sir Clive, it is going to bring back our body to its alkalinity. Are we seeing that, guys? Mr. Clive spoke about the gut microbiome. He labeled on it every single week. He said, guys, fix your microbiome and your microbiome will fix you with the Asaki. Oh my God. They went over to the cranial fire and they touched sleep. Sleep is when your body heals, right? They went back, they touch your weight, all of that, weight around your stomach. They went and they touched that blood sugar level. Guys, these products work synergistically. So here we're going to say now, whatever you are suffering from, it is in one body, one, not 2. You one body that is made with over 100 trillion cells. And that 100 trillion cells, they what? They run all through the entire body, which is the entire system. So, Sir Clive, I want you to hold your mic and help me right here, sir. Can you, is your mic open, sir?
Yes, please.
So, go with me, Sir Clive. In order to fix the system, where do we start, sir? What do we fix first in order to fix the system, which is the body?
You have to start at the cellular level.
Okay, so we would consider the cellular level as if we are building a house and we need to start the foundation. We can't build the roof if we don't build the foundation. Am I correct, sir?
So correct.
So when we start to build the cells, sir, I don't care whether you have Marley gripe or Flopsy complaint, cells are being fixed. And the cells is not going to tell us which one of them fixed because we are fixing cells. We are not fixing head cells and high cells and foot cells and node cells. We are fixing the cells through the entire body. Am I correct, sir?
So beautiful.
When you fix the cells, sir, what happens next?
The cells are fixed. The cells make up tissues.
Okay. So then the tissues are throughout the entire body. Am I correct, sir?
Most definitely.
So it means that now these cells are through the 12 organ systems, sir.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So the tissues make the organs.
Sir? Can you take it away again?
Yes. So the cells makes up tissues. Tissues makes up the organs, and 12 organ systems makes up the body. So if you fix at the root, then you fix the fruit.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So basically, sir, we are saying to persons here, mix the inner 7 with the belage and drink. Wow. Because when you do that, the belage is what? Cleaning the mitochondria of the cells, helping the cells, the blood to run flow again, helping energy to go there, while the inner 7 is what? Balancing that pH.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So when you mix all three, the Belage, the Inner Seven, and the Cranial Fire, it was reported to us that persons are using that to beat coronavirus
Yes.
like there is no tomorrow because of what is in it. Oh my God. So guys, let us not do this presentation over, because what? These products work synergistically. Start where you can. All right, back over to you, Sir Clyde.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what a powerful summary. Thank you, Lady Bear, for chiming in like that. Who missed it first or who came on late, got a beautiful summary. We appreciate it. Now, I was thanking again Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn and Dr. Pereira out of Trinidad. And we want to thank you all for chiming in the way that you have, and for all persons coming on the call tonight. Now, is Reverend Saracen on the call?
Yes, he is. Let me see if he's still there. Hold on.
Let's ask him to open his
No,
mic.
he left. He was there. He's gone.
Okay, good. That's what you mean. That's what you mean. So listen.
Oh, no. He's here. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go, Pastor Saracen.
All right.
Hey, what a magic voice,
Big man himself. Whoop, whoop.
You're the man with the magic voice, sir. We couldn't go to bed tonight
word.
unless you sing us pray for us this lullaby.
Oh my word. How's everyone doing?
Fine, sir.
Man, I don't know who was doing that presentation a moment ago, but now you talking about excited. She needs to learn how to get excited.
Yeah. On fire.
God, boy, I tell you what, man, he was on fire. Dr. Clive, what would you like me to do?
Close for us in prayer, please, sir.
Absolutely.
We want to ask the Lord to bless us and cover us as we go in his name, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Dr. Clive, I want to first, before I even bow before God, I want to thank him for you.
Okay, sir.
I want to thank him for what you do. I want to thank him for Dr. Ruth Ann for what she does, for what Nurse Nunn does, what all you guys are doing, Brother Trahan, what you all are doing. She mentioned something a moment ago about foundation. We must remember that everything is going to be destroyed. As long as you got a good foundation, you can always rebuild.
Wow.
And secondly, Dr. Clive, we are dealing with a crisis of faith. We are dealing with a crisis of faith, my brothers and sisters. We have believed in the white jacket for so long. We don't even believe that the poison that we put in our system are killing us. We don't even believe that the medicine, these hybrid medicines that we're taking, are not conducive for the human body.
Wow.
We do not believe that. And all of a sudden, someone come naturopathically, and they come telling us what God said to put in our bodies. They come telling us what the Creator created us for, and what he gave to heal what he created. And we have been inundated so long with misinformation that we refuse to believe truth. And here you have folks like myself, 9 years in the system.
Yes.
Living a life of health and prosperity and well-being, my wife, jumping around, playing golf. Father, I thank you for what you have done. I thank you for Sankey Mayor. I thank you for what you have done through this system, because you have put something in place where someone said in his presentation, he said, if we are to help people, we must tell them the truth.
Yes, Lord.
My God, I've never heard anyone in a business say that. And here we have the chief scientist who formulates the products saying that we must tell people the truth. So if there's anyone out here tonight doubting, let me tell you something. It takes you, I'm 73 years of age. And dear God in heaven, it took me 73 years to get there. We're not going to be healed overnight for what we've been doing to ourselves for 50 and 60 years. But God has blessed us with a system that can create in us a restructure and a reorganization of our cells and our bodies to do what God intended them to do. So Father in heaven, I pray that you will cover your people tonight. and give them space where they can make a wise and equitable decision. Your words said, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence to find out knowledge of witty inventions. So, Father, you have given us something. Help us not to walk past this. Help us not to deny this. Help us to give this a full 90-day run.
Yes.
And we will never be the same again. I believe it, I decree it, and I declare it in the name of the Most High God and his beloved Son, Jesus the Christ, who died to save a wretch like me. And so, God, we thank you for Dr. Clive. We thank you for all of those that are here gathered. And we pray that this night, there will be an unction in their lives to let them know that there is something here. These folks are not on here just talking. These folks are speaking from experiential knowledge with what these products have done for us. And I thank you for it this night, for the privilege of prayer and to be able to come this night and reach out across the Caribbean and bless our brothers and sisters in the mighty name of Jesus. Keep on growing us, Father, so we can keep on glowing, that we can show folks the epitome of your divine power and your grace and mercy. In Christ Jesus' name, I pray this night. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Bless you. Always good to hear you, sir. Thank you for this prayer and benediction. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for chiming in. May you have a blessed night. May you drink your crown of fire and sleep even better. And wake up in the morning, feel rested, revived, and refreshed. And take on the challenges of another day. Go with God. God go with you. Good night now.
Good night, sir.
Good night, all. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yes, my dad, Pastor Searson. I can't wait to see you next month.
Looking forward to it, dear. Looking forward to it.
And I just want to answer the person in the chat, ITEL A14, how can I receive it in her own location, especially countries in Africa? Get back to the person that brought you to this call. It's going to have to initially start with a freight forwarder. Once we build that community, we will definitely be opening that territory. So please get back to the person that brought you this call. If you have any issues, we can get somebody on the line with corporate. We can make it happen. We can figure it out. Listen, we are the Yes Company. We are here to serve the community at large, not just Jamaica, not just the Bahamas, not just America. We want to touch all parts of the world. So please, if you were trying to get it, I know we sent a package to England the other day because somebody in England wanted it, and they have such an amazing testimony that I hope I can get on as well. But guys, I know we have 96 people left on this call. I'm telling you, please get back to the person that brought you this call. We have fulfillment centers in Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, and the Bahamas. And shipping in America is about 3 to 5 business days. We are also shipping to Canada. You can speak to Mava for that. She put her number in the chat. And also we're opening Peru. We're in Mexico, Colombia. I'm telling you, we are going to span the world very, 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 very soon. So I want to say thank you so much for getting on tonight's call. It's been simply amazing as always. We went a little long, but guys, we did end strong. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I hope the information empowers you. And just share, because that's all we ask of you, to share the information and to come back next week, Tuesday. This week in the Bahamas, just like Jamaica, we're going to have that microbiome tour blowing up and making some waves. So please, look out for some flyers. Ask the people, well, what's going on in the Bahamas? I want to hear about it. We are going to be making some waves with our CSMO live and in charge. And of course, we're going to have persons like King Clive Campbell. Yeah, I'm calling them out now so they can't say no. Persons like Pastor Searson, persons like Dr. Joy Piera, persons like Beverly Holness. Yeah, I'm calling everyone out on this call. So they will be there on Saturday for the Super Success Saturday for the Bahamas between 10 and 1. So please, get back to the person that brought you this call. Let them know. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a fabulous night, guys.
Okay, thank you all.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night, everyone.